All right, we're back. Game number two, Blitzkrieg Phoenix. So we'll be heading into the ban shortly. What sort of what sort of changes do you think they'll be making for Blitzkrieg in game number two?
Um, Gotta play more priority around Stelio Cantos, I think. Chop Suey did eventually go up. They got first blood onto Lofi Senpai, but this was at the point where the Alawi had already accrued like a 30 CS advantage, maybe 2 or 3 turret plates. So even just getting that one kill doesn't alleviate that pressure. So I think Stelio Cantos, so far this split at least, has looked like the star player on this team. I think you got to play around him.
Yeah, I mean top lane of course is a place where there's been a lot of priority, but we've seen a lot of good plays from we mentioned throughout the first game. Chop Suey was doing some good stuff with that Shen. Jackalope had some good moves with the Vel'Koz. I think there is a lot of potential here. Stelio, of course, has had some good tempo things, but I think that's just because he's been the one who needs to put the tempo out. So we'll see if they decide to focus on that or try to maneuver it somewhere else. I'd like to see a little bit more, maybe aggressive play out of Blitzkrieg as well.
Hmm.
Uh, as we've said numerous times before, Phoenix likes long games, so maybe try to create some high tempo team that puts them on their back foot.
Yeah, if nothing else, you want to see whether it's playing around Stelio Cantos or just playing more aggressive, actually trying to force the issue a little bit more because they essentially just got bled out in game one.
Mhm.
There was a little bit of resurgence with the Jacks getting a few kills in the mid game, but that felt like a game that was a formality that was pretty much over after laning phase.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. It was a it was a very slow bleed out. That top lane with Lofi just constantly applying that pressure onto Stelio. Bot lane, I mean, Envy and Gregosaurus are just doing such great work,
Hmm.
and that's definitely one of the bot lanes to beat this split. And it's really tough for Guy to get lucky and Sniper to get any ground, though they did manage to avoid getting picked off for quite a long time there, thanks in part to Ezreal and Lulu's kit. So that may be a good combination to do in the bot lane, but that's more for surviving than anything else.
Yeah, and you saw them; they did survive, but they were down about 30, 40 CS and also got their turret taken almost right after Lopi Senpai took his in the top side. So
Right.
just dominant performances from both side lanes of Team Phoenix. And Blitzkrieg just, not only did they have no answers, but it felt like they barely ever even submitted a response. That
Right.
was the one in the top lane. But other than that, they seemed okay with just slowly being bled out.
Yeah, just surviving isn't good enough against Phoenix. You have to get an early game lead or you're not going to sustain at all.
And it doesn't even have to be a team-wide lead, but get someone ahead. You have to have some point of pressure, something that you can play around in the mid game. They essentially lost every lane. Fat Jackalope did all right in the mid lane, but once top and bot fell, you saw Blitzkrieg just rotate, make a quick play, get a couple kills, and get that turret only a minute or two later.
Well, we are seeing the same bans from Phoenix. Xerath taken off the board. I wonder if they're going to take Sej off as well here. More than likely they'll want to get rid of the Singed, though.
I'm also wondering if you get to the point where you have to start considering banning Thresh and or Sivir from Team Phoenix. We've seen them succeed with that particular combination so much this split, and it's going to be first picked again, it looks like.
Well, they could take Thresh away here if they want to. I don't like Stelio on some of the champions he's hovering right now. I feel like since he has done so... Yep, there we go. Okay. That's a good
Taking that
strategic
away,
play
yeah.
there by Blitzkrieg. I appreciate that a lot. And the Sejuani, too. They are really using their picks.
And Phoenix has already banned away the Morgana, so that's one of the most traditional counters to Thresh, so that won't be available to Gregosaurus. Being so well versed on that champion, I'm sure he has other ideas about what to play into it, though.
We have Trufflesaurus saying that you were being savage to Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg savaged themselves with their lack of playmaking.
All right, we got the Braum picked up. Interesting choice here. I wonder how that'll work out. I mean, it'll work pretty well against most of Gotta Get Lucky's pool. of champions since he likes the Ezreal, Caitlyn, and Kai'Sa. But we'll see if he does anything to adjust that. Looks like the Zack's getting picked up as well. Good
Okay,
champion.
so yeah, that's a favorite of Valanzi Tardis that you were calling for in game 1. I'm wondering if Blitzkrieg bans away the Veigar here too, and just tries to take everything they can away from Ace.
I could see them trying to do that.
Oh, there's Stelio on the Darius. So another thing that we were thinking might happen in game 1 is coming out in game 2.
Unless it's a Darius jungle.
Ah, that's true. Can't count anything out these days.
Alright, so assuming lanes are what we expect them to be, we got top and mid still for Phoenix, and ADC and mid for Blitzkrieg. We might see the Kai'Sa ban here then.
And they've banned away the Lux, so if they go Veigar for their last ban, yeah, that really squeezes Ace's pool. Once again, Caitlyn being banned by Phoenix. I'm wondering if they just, if I'm not mistaken, these are still the same bans. They banned Caitlyn last in game 1, but it could still potentially be all the same bans.
Yeah, they don't have a reason to ban out the Karma, I don't think. So they may ban.
Yeah, that's true.
They may ban someone else here then for their 5th.
Unless we're gonna have Chop Suey on Jungle Karma.
Or Jackalope on mid. Oh, they got the Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz did pretty well last game, all honesty.
And the Veigar was taken away, so we're gonna see what Ace can fall back onto now.
He's got at least one other mid laner that he's played somewhat consistently, but I can't remember who it is offhand. Maybe he'll do Ahri.
A Yorick pick. That would be. That really fits into Lofi Senpai's playstyle. That split push all day, relentless pressuring type of champion. That's another one.
I hope every single person who was complaining about seeing the same champs every game is writing thank you letters to these teams.
Yeah. So the Maiden of the Mist will be on the side of Team Phoenix here in game 2. Wait, that's what it's called, right?
Ooh.
I think.
I believe you're correct. All right, we got Ace with the Azir. That's right, he could have played Fizz also.
Okay, so Azir, Yorick, last 2 picks. Maiden of the Mist and all the soldiers coming out. Phoenix calling in reinforcements on this last part of the draft phase. And might have Ahri coming out on the other side.
I'm actually really excited to see this Azir. Ace has been playing Azir for so long, but hasn't ever brought him out on the LCUS.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him play it. So,
oh, and Silas' first appearance.
Wow, okay, let me just remind myself of his abilities names quick. Everybody's picking all these obscure champions. Why'd you all have to complain about this?
Yeah, Braum. Who's that even supposed to be? All right, so two newcomers to the LCUS battling in the mid lane here. Silas, Azir. Who in the chat has the line on how Azir Silas mid lane goes?
Oh, is this the first Silas we've had?
Yes.
Wow.
At least to my
all
knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, I was complaining last week about how we haven't seen any, like, you know, the chameleon chick whose name I can never remember, who I should know because I know it's someone.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Silas now as well. Silas is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Like, I mean, him stealing Zack's ultimate.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Or,
cute.
I mean, yeah, if he can steal and somehow pull off his own Shurima Shuffle or something like that, that'd be pretty insane to see. You could have 2 different lines of Sand Soldiers lining up on a battlefield against each other.
A lot of good possibilities there. This should be really entertaining to watch. All right, so a lot of durability on Phoenix's side. 2.5 tanks, more or less.
Yeah. And you got 2 solid tanks on Blitzkrieg as well, who are not lined up correctly. So I'm sure we'll have fun with chat on that one.
But yeah, a lot of durability in these games, so we'll see. We probably won't see people melt as quickly as they did last game.
Presumably not, but if one team gets up 5k gold by 15 minutes again, then the other team will melt, pretty much regardless of what they're playing against.
Another champion with a global ult. Gotta get lucky, he was doing pretty good with that last game as well. So we'll see some good arrows. Need to keep an eye on the minimap.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that Ash pick, though, into the Braum, how effective that will be. with the shield being able to be put up against a lot of those abilities. There aren't really a lot of projectiles other than that on Blitzkrieg, though. The Sejuani ultimate, I suppose, could also be blocked.
Yeah, Sejuani ultimate. I think Thresh's hook gets blocked. I'm not sure. Don't quite recall that. But yeah, I mean, Silas is such an interesting kid that seeing it in action will be pretty neat. Give some aggression. We Trufflesaurus with a comment here saying that Azir wins with wave clear and poke. Silas will need to hard engage. So seeing if Silas is able to get in on that Azir with all of his little buddies and very easy escapes, quite honestly.
Yeah, Azir is just such a rascal to get onto. Obviously, that is the general objective. He get into his face, get past his soldiers, but getting hit by those, getting slowed, and then him being able to dash away, it can be a nightmare to lane against this Azir. We'll see how Fat Jackalope is able to cope with it. Maybe he'll call for some early help from Chop Suey.
We're going to need to also see how well Alonzi does at danger mitigation here, because Zac can really help protect this Azir and the Sivir from the Silas and the Darius being on them. But Alonzi also has a bad habit of taking big threats and putting them on top of his team. So we'll see which Alonzi comes to the fight here. But I think he'll do all right.
Yeah, this once again looks like a composition though where it's going to be up to Stelio Cantos to just be a monster in these team fights.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Ash really doesn't become a huge damage threat until 3 or 4 items, so we'll see if Blitzkrieg can survive that long.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see if he'll be able to get up to that point with Phoenix's top lane just bullying him some more.
Skin challenge. We don't have a sponsor anymore. Still sad about that. Someone give us money.
All right.
What are we thinking?
Well, we have once again 2 people with no skins.
Yep.
I mean, not too surprised on Silas not having a skin, but Thresh not having a skin. I mean, I don't have any Thresh skins, so I guess I can't complain too much there.
Oh, we get to look at the pizza again.
Oh
We
boy.
get to analyze the toppings.
Yeah.
The true excitement of League of Legends.
Queen Elizabeth says yes. Pizza debate. It's the best part of the LCUS. I'll give it to man. I don't know. I guess Phoenix just because Galactic Azir looks cool.
Yeah, I think Phoenix. I mean, they have one more skin,
Right.
which obviously is a big bonus for them. The 3 skins that Blitzkrieg has, I actually think are all really awesome skins.
They are definitely very awesome skins. I was going to give it to Blitzkrieg because on the basis of not liking the joke skins, but then Dunkmaster Darius is the ultimate joke skin, except for maybe Broloff. But
Yeah, Broloff is the OG joke skin.
But so on the basis of both teams having joke skins, just giving it to Phoenix, I think is the safe bet.
Yeah, they have one more skin, and we get to look at pizza.
All right, I apologize for any game issues here. I clicked the wrong thing 1 second.
Well, there's so much action going on. The stream is missing so much stuff. Gotta get lucky. And Chop Suey, everybody's just bursting out of the gates, running towards the jungle, except for Envy the Serpent, who appears to be AFK.
Worried about the
Okay, the
spinach
action
on
is
his
now
pizza.
dead. Looks like both teams just taking up defensive formations around the river, though, early on.
Hey man, you can sarcastically narrate as much as you want, but there's a reason. There's a very specific order I have to click things, or else the stream gets screwed up.
I just wanted to make sure nobody missed anything.
All right, so we have less aggression in this second game, at least in terms of positioning. Everyone being a little more spread out and chill.
Yeah, Blitzkrieg not fishing for some sort of level 1 engage like they were a little bit in game 1.
Swapped the bot lane around before anyone could complain about it.
Question is, will it stay swapped?
That's the big question. Next question is, how many different times will spinach appear on Envy's pizza?
Oh, Lopi Senpai actually is in between 2 members. I don't think Blitzkrieg will be able to get too much done here, but they get a little free damage down onto the Yorick. And Lofi is going to be zoned away from his first wave. This also means Fat Jackalope is going to be zoned away from a couple CS most likely as well. Yeah, Ace trying to do that.
Oh, chains miss. Early damage. Very nice.
Gosh,
Forces.
that soldier damage is big.
Well, just stay away from him and you won't have a problem.
That Jackalope going right in onto Ace, though. He's gotten into his face, gotten him down to about half health, just trading auto attacks, but here comes the soldier. So Fat Jackalope is doing what our colleague Trufflesaurus instructed him to do, get in on him. But so far it hasn't turned out well. It's going to be another battle for a Scuttle Crab in the bottom side this time.
It is a nice thing that Fat Jackalope can do, because with the early abilities that his Abscond Abduct allows him to have basically 2 spells in one.
Ooh, hook lands onto Envy the Serpent. He has to flash away, so SMG Sniper coming right back at Gregosaurus with that Thresh, saying I can do it too.
Jackalope once again tries to jump on Ace, but those soldiers are omnipresent.
Top side, just 2 big dudes hitting minions.
Chop Suey does not appear to be going around behind Ace just yet. Ace saving his soldiers, not using them to take out the turret.
Yeah, I think he wants to hold on to him so that he can counter. Oh my goodness, a quick solo kill up on the top side. I completely missed that one.
So did I. Good thing
Leo Kantos off and running.
Good thing the auto camera missed it too, that I don't feel bad.
Yeah, that one must have happened so fast if even Riot's brilliantly programmed directed camera didn't get up there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just with the 2 different champs in the mid lane here. Ace might go down.
Ace may go down as well. Look at that. Oh, wow, what a duel in the mid lane. The shield came up big for him, I think. That Jackalope tried to go in, couldn't quite finish it off, and Ace gets a solo kill. So, a lot of action early on.
I have to imagine that no one is actually used to quite how much damage Azir can put out.
Well, we haven't seen him in the LCUS for quite a while. At least I personally have not. Looks like Luffy Senpai could be in trouble here again, though. Stelio Kantos is going to cut him off. He's apprehended, pulled back in, slow from the red buff. The stun is going to proc. Alansi Tardis shows up, but, oh, sir, you should not have gone in on that, I don't think. Might get his passive popped as well. Has to flash away.
Gets it popped anyway. That red buff.
Yeah, big plays from Stelio Kantos early on. Luffy Senpai is going to be having a difficult time the rest of this laning phase.
Well, I'm sure it'll feel nice for Stelio to have that after the punishment he took in game 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do have Slackosaurus coming in with another Phoenix prediction. This one's saying he's going to be 2-0. So we'll see what happens.
I think this is going to get really, really rough for Fat Jackalope in the mid lane, though. He shot his shot, went for that 1v1 early, didn't get it done, and now you're already seeing his CS has been doubled. He's going to be zoned out by these soldiers.
He's also down a flash.
Yeah, that too.
We do have Envy and Gregosaurus pushing again.
Oh my god, this scoreboard. For a second, I looked down at the scoreboard. I'm like, oh my god, Envy the Serpent is winning CS 39-0. But obviously not the case.
Earth Drake is the first dragon to come up, so most likely will not be a huge point of contention.
Oh, they do land the Q onto Gotta Get Lucky and heal forced. Not sure if it was necessary, but respecting the potential of that stun to go off.
Jackalope running Dark Seal. That's very interesting. Wondering what the if it's that kind of confidence or just the build he's running.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Dark Seal is it's an interesting item. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought Fat Jackalope might have gone into oh, I forget the name of it. The one master Ichiri that has the bonus potions.
Alright, so we might have another jungler fight here in the middle of the bot lane by Dragon Pit. Chop Suey does see him. LNZ manages to get that level 4. Top lane is 31-36, so despite Stelio having that lead, he's not putting that much pressure on Lofi despite him pulling and
gets
chasing.
the apprehend down, and Lofi Senpai could be in trouble here if the stacks come out. No, he's able to wall off Stelio, get back to his turret, and he's actually probably going to have a CS lead after this wave hit, so good job by him to stay relatively close. Gregosaurus gets hooked under the tower. Oh man, you have strayed way too far, my friend. turret shot comes out. Heal is popped from Envy the Serpent just in time.
Good job with that shield, too.
Yeah, so stuck around a little bit too long, got hooked back under, but because there was no damage coming from Gotta Get Lucky, who had recalled, SMG Sniper wasn't able to finish it off.
This is something that has been missing from Blitzkrieg's bot lane is, or at least was missing from Blitzkrieg's bot lane last game, was any potential to really engage. Lulu is not a big engage target, so or big engage support champion. So the fact that now they have the ability to hook, pull people under tower, that's going to be really helpful, I think.
Absolutely. And if you land the Enchanted Crystal Arrow first, I mean, the hook is a guaranteed hit off a stun target. Presumably. I guess it's physically possible to miss on a stun target, but Slingshot might come in onto Fat Jackalope here, actually. Lonzy Tardis goes in. Does not have the passive available, I don't think, and Fat Jackalope using that stolen Azir ult to disengage.
Yep, really good job there. I was thinking as Zach was going in, he's just going to Azir ult to get away. So that's actually really helpful for, you know, any given mid laner to just steal one of the best get off of me ultimates in the game.
Stelio Cantos looking for the 1v1 on Wolfie Senpai. This could actually end up being a solo kill. The stacks are there. There's the guillotine, and Stelio's 3-0.
Definitely huge for Stelio. I'm not sure who's going to have an ability to respond to him, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to be... I mean, Phoenix is just going to have to try to kite away from him. Keep the squishies alive. Maybe they can burn him down. Envy the Serpent does have a big CS advantage once again, and Ace on those with those soldiers will melt just about anybody if this game gets to late game. So that's... Stelio Cantos is not going to be unkillable by this Team Phoenix comp, but it's going to be more and more difficult with every solo kill he gets. Ace dashes in onto Fat Jackalope, but do about nothing.
The big issue I'm seeing here is that, yes, Azir can do a lot of damage, Sivir can do a lot of damage, but they don't have as many disables as I would like. I mean, obviously,
That's true.
They've got Alonzi, Braum can do some knockups and possibly stun, but, I mean, compared to the kit that you want to have against a hard carry like Darius, it's not really there.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there. Will they be able to lock him up long enough to burn him down? Because as we saw Stelio himself prove last week, I mean, the heal from that Decimate is just enormous. If you're hitting multiple members with it, it becomes so difficult to kill this guy.
I think they might benefit if they have a game like last game Phoenix would, where there is no real team fight. Focus on where Darius isn't. Because if Stelio keeps getting fed like this, it's going to be really hard to slow him down because they don't have those disables I mentioned.
Yeah, I was about to say right before that last solo kill that Wolfie Senpai has done a pretty decent job of staying close in CS. But yeah, he might get run down here again. Alonzi Tardis is here, but so is Chop Suey. This could go really bad for Phoenix if they don't burn down Stelio fast enough. Nice Glacial Prison. This is going to be 2 kills, I think. Fat Jackalope arrives as well. Passive pop. Down goes Loki Senpai for the 4th time. And Stelio Cantos is 4-0-1. This top turret could be in trouble next.
Good job in the bot lane by Phoenix getting that kill on Ezreal as well. Or not Ezreal, Ashe. Missed that because of all the excitement in the top lane.
And Fat Jackalope took away the Maiden of the Mist ultimate there too, so even more pushing power for Blitzkrieg. They will get the first turret here. They're the ones who got all the plates.
I really do love these, love spell stealing champions quite a bit. I feel like it... Oh, and the Maiden comes with you, teleport. Did not realize that. it just gives you such utility.
Oh, Ace might have to use the Emperor's Divide to get out of this. No. Good discipline there, understanding what Silas is capable of. Oh. And Gregosaurus gets hooked. He's going to get flayed back up under the tower. Nice job by SMG Sniper. Gregosaurus strays too far forward for a second time and is punished this time.
Yeah, Blitz is definitely using the utility. Oh, missed that kill.
And solo kill in the mid lane. Blitzkrieg, man, what an impressive turnaround at the start of this game too by these guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were talking about at the in the pregame. They need to apply pressure.
Oh. Yeah, and Alonzi Tardis is going to go down as well. Team Phoenix almost looks like they're tilting a little bit.
I'm tilting because I keep missing this shit. Yeah.
Mountain Drake now about to drop, so this gold lead is actually relatively comparable to the one that Phoenix had in Game 1. We were praising them for how dynamic, how strong their early game was, but they gained it through very different means. It was all about turrets and farm advantages in Game 1 for Phoenix. This is all about kills, and Lofi Senpai is going to go down again.
Yeah, you can't... Now that we're at this point in the game, you cannot just be wandering like that, especially because they just took Dragon.
Yeah, you had to know there were people around there. There's no vision in the river whatsoever for Team Phoenix. Ace trying to get a split push on up in the top side. There's really no one nearby to answer him, but Stelio will just teleport up there.
Very little vision, period, actually, from Phoenix here. There's just two control wards. Like to see a little bit more of that from Alonzi. He does manage to push Jackalope and Chop Suey off of the turret for now.
Yeah, pretty good job there by Tardis. He got Chop Suey very low, forced out the Sejuani's flash.
Oh, Ace.
Tried his own for it. Ace, though, can he dual Fat Jackalope? The chains miss, but I don't know if he has the damage. Pops him over the wall, but Fat Jackalope just bursting him down. Stelio shows up. Another kill for Team Blitzkrieg.
Man, Gregosaurus almost helping, but that ult misses by pixels. That ult stealing ability is on a really short cooldown, too. I didn't realize that it was only like, how long is it? 68 seconds to steal somebody's ultimate? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is indeed very fast. Wow. So right now, if you're Team Phoenix, someone's got to be given a pep talk in comms. You know, the last 3-4 minutes, the initial plays from Blitzkrieg were good to get the lead, but the last couple minutes, it's just been Phoenix wandering into silly situations and giving away more kills.
Yeah, and I don't know about a pep talk. From what I know about Ace, it'll be more like a, none of you are going home tonight.
Well, I assume they're already at home, but I get what you're saying. They could get a stun proc down onto the Ashe, and gotta get lucky. Is taken low, has to pop the arrow defensively. Here's On the Hunt. I'm surprised they didn't pop that earlier.
Oh yeah, they definitely should have. Possibly a bit of a misplay there. I'm not sure if On the Hunt was on cooldown.
Yeah, perhaps it wasn't available until that last moment. Phoenix using that pressure on the bot side to pick up the Rift Herald, so they're gonna get something back.
I might go straight top with that, honestly.
Yeah, turret's down to about 40% health, so you could probably get it.
Both teleports being down too, they should definitely do that.
Yeah, Wilfie Senpai is the only teleport available on the map right now, so... Oh, SMG Sniper drops. So the bottom lane of Team Phoenix sort of being the saving grace right now, but they might get cut down. Chop Suey gonna try to turn them into Chop Suey, showing up. Envy the Serpent just trying to run away, but he's gonna run right into Gotta Get Lucky. Gregosaurus, can you get away? Nice dodge on the Glacial Prison, but the slow might be just enough. Fat Jackalope picks up another solo kill onto Ace in the mid lane. Looked like that actually may have even been a 1v2 with Alonzi Tardis around. Gregosaurus, oh, the stun does proc, and they'll just follow him under the turret here. Chop Suey, oh, the last shot from Gotta Get Lucky finishes him off. Well done from Blitzkrieg.
I think I'm setting a record for the kills that I'm missing, jumping all over the place here.
There's just too many happening.
Right. I mean,
the few that we've missed, you know, we've been watching different kills, so
the fact that there's
so much you can do.
There's a 10 kill lead and only 4K gold is rather interesting, actually.
Yeah, it should grow a little bit here. A couple members of Phoenix being off the map, but yeah, I mean, Blitzkrieg, they've accrued their lead so differently than Phoenix did in Game 1. It's been less of a slow bleed and more of just some big plays.
Haven't talked much about the pizza. Looks like it's spinach and pepperoni currently. Maybe kale. I don't know.
Let's see. I'm zoomed in. Stop changing direction, Envy. Yeah, probably spinach.
Slackosaurus says he will donate 1,000 bits if Phoenix comes back.
Okay.
No pressure.
Alright, Team Phoenix, come on now. Oh, Lopi Senpai, weren't you listening? Gonna get run down here again eventually. Tier 1 versus Tier 2 boots. Summons the Maiden. Oh, good flash away from the Apprehend.
Alright, gets away. That's good. Good play there. Ocean Drake spawning in 15 seconds. Phoenix is in a position to take it. Rift Herald coming out.
Yeah, they're gonna get their first turret of the game, or excuse me, their second bot lane turret already went down. Can they get a hit onto this second turret is the question.
They should be able to, I think. They have a big minion wave here.
Oh, here comes the engage, though. Gotta get lucky, get the arrow down on Gregosaurus. Puts up that shield, but Ace is getting burned down so fast. They already eliminate the Braum. Alonzi Tardis with the kidnap, but I don't think that's going to help you, my friend. You will get popped into pieces again as well. And they didn't even need Stelio Cantos there for that one.
Did manage to get that hit on the turret, though. Don't think it was worth it.
MVP Rift Herald.
Alright, so now this turret's probably going to go down. Envy with the broccoli and mushroom, according to Queen Bear in chat here.
Ace, man, you better start recalling right now. Oh, man. Phoenix, once again. At this point, can we start reporting these guys for feeding?
Maybe. I mean,
no reason to go down there just for about 4 minions, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, they're kind of letting this game get away from them. Sivir ult is the one that Jackalope has currently. We'll see. That one may not be as useful, but a Sivir ulted Darius might get pretty scary for him. Ooh, almost stolen there.
And on the back of an Ash Arrow, I mean, that's even more engage for a team that is already almost 5,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, we'll see what they're able to do with it. We do still have Stelio in the top lane, so that's an opportunity to try to make something happen elsewhere. Oh, where did that happen? Oh, down here.
Oh, it was the Azir turret.
The passive everyone forgets exists. Mostly because everyone forgets Azir exists, but you know, whatever. Mid turret still hasn't gone down. That's rather impressive. Still 4.5k gold lead.
Oh my gosh, I just saw the pizza change right in front of my eyes.
Oh man. Gotta get out of there, Lofi. Lofi does see it.
Time. Oh, Stelio misses the apprehend though.
Good prison there as well. Yeah, a lot of wards here. They gotta... Phoenix has got to do a better job with the wards. See where these rotations are coming from. See that information, because Blitzkrieg is seeing all that they need to.
And you have Ace once again getting his split push game on. Does have his teleport available. And here comes the teleport. Looks like out of Fat Jackalope trying to get in onto Ace, but this time...
back.
Yeah, this time he doesn't overstay.
Alright, so making some progress here and there. Gregosaurus does get spotted here, but is wisely rotating. So they're getting a little bit smarter about this. Of course, we'll say that until someone is out of position again. Nickelbacher saying we're making him hungry by talking about pizza. Well,
yeah, I also am.
Well,
don't appreciate the skin.
Don't eat too much there, Nickel. You're casting the next set.
Lopi Senpai is going to drop again here probably, but he will get the turret for his trouble first. Chop Suey behind him. Yep, stun will proc any second here.
Stelio.
But at this point, when you're 0-5, you almost go for the feed to win strategy. SMG Sniper is going to get kidnapped, has to flash away, got to get lucky, picks up Ace though as well. So 2 turrets go the side of Phoenix in exchange for 2 kills.
Despite how well Fat Jackalope's doing, it's the 2 different off-meta picks that are 0-6 and 1-5 for Phoenix. So
yeah, you wonder if this strategy of pushing Ace onto his 5th champion might be something other teams might copy. Gregosaurus, no chance, my friend. 5v1. The shield won't protect you from that. Blitzkrieg, a strong push coming down the mid lane, and they'll have a 5v4 advantage for at least another wave or 2 if they want it. Looks like they're satisfied with their current gains, though.
alright, almost a 7k gold lead now. Dragon up in about a minute and a half. Will be a Cloud Drake. No Infernals yet today.
Unfortunate.
A pickoff on Stelio is now worth 1,000 gold. I think they might actually have a chance at picking him off. He doesn't really have armor yet. So if they can get, like, Sivir and, Sivir, Zac, and Yorick on him, they might be able to take him down.
Yeah, I think it's going to take 3 members at this point. And to get that kind of advantage, you're going to need Stelio to make a mistake with no friends around. He is pretty far up right now, but Chop Suey close enough that he'd be able to help even if Phoenix went for a play.
Oh, Gregosaurus in a lot of trouble here.
Yep, the chains are going to land. This Braum could be in trouble again.
That
the
was
shield
weird.
goes down, flash away, and SMG Sniper can't hit a flashing hook target. Nothing to be ashamed of there.
So, with that interaction we just saw with Fat Jackalope there, that stolen Zac ult, he bounced the guy away, but then was in a different position. So it's like
yeah, I wonder if that's an interaction with the Unbreakable of Braum. If that somehow blocks part of Zac's ult.
maybe what happens is when he activates the Zac ult, the ult itself is separate from his own being. So then the ult does something different while Jackalope stays where he is. Interesting. I mean, that's the cool thing about all these different about spell stealing characters.
Absolutely.
Is seeing what's different about them, what makes them tick, what the game defines as an ultimate.
Now, for me, I know you love Cloud Drake, but for me, yeah, Phoenix should just stay the heck away.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point they don't need Cloud Drake. They would need an Infernal. They need to just find a way to pick Stelio off here.
Yeah, a pick on Stelio would be huge. Essentially, for me, Phoenix's objective has to be keep vision around Baron and survive for another 10 minutes. And hopefully by that point, your hyper carries are online. I'm wondering if Luffy Senpai will just start just going crazy with the push. Because, well, actually got to get lucky. Oh, nice juke by Ace on the arrow, and now we might have a 1v1. Oh, Emperor's Divide pushes him back. What a play from Ace. It's a big shutdown onto the Ashe. Meanwhile, they're on to Chop Suey in the mid lane. They kidnap him away from the Lantern, and he's going to drop 2 huge shutdowns for Team Phoenix on the Hunt Pop, looking for SMG Sniper. Glacial Fisher lands, and there's the play that Phoenix needed to get back in this game.
It looks like they're going straight for Baron here, not going to give Stelio Cantos the ability to fight under tower at all. We do have Fat Jackalope with the Azir ult, though. I'm interested to see what happens if he dives into this Baron fight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how confident Stelio and Fat Jackalope are. They're very, very powerful. They could disrupt this Baron, maybe even get a couple kills, depending on how Phoenix chooses to focus.
Looks like they're giving it up.
Yeah, they're going to walk away. So Team Phoenix, out of nowhere, we get the individual outplay from Ace, the team outplay in the mid lane, and this gold lead shrinks to under 3,000 out of nowhere.
Alright, but what do they do with the Baron buff now? Phoenix's biggest drawback is and always has been overconfidence. We've seen that last week, we've seen it this week. Do they go, oh hey, we have Baron buff, now we can start doing things, or do they keep playing cautious? I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's tricky. I honestly don't know what I do in this situation. These guys are better players than I am, but I think you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal, but you've got to be smart about how fast you drive.
So many metaphors. Alright. Slycosaurus Rex getting excited for a possible Phoenix comeback here. Let's see what happens. We do have got to get lucky with 2 completed items, so not quite as far ahead as Ashe might want to be. Does have 8.4k gold though. Big rotation looks to the top.
Play from Ace down in the bot lane. To dodge the arrow by seems like 2 pixels. Get that Emperor's Divide under the turret.
It looks like they're committing to this top lane push here. Silius is going bot. He does have teleport available though.
Yeah, this is a correct call from Phoenix because they know they have that wave pushing on the bot side. The question is, do they know that Fat Jackalope has his teleport available? They'll see it now.
Okay.
But they should know that all 5 members of Blitzkrieg are here. Be respectful of this if you're Team Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think they should go very deep at all. Lots of the initiation has been missing. Chop Suey's ult is available, though that's going to be huge. Braum, Gregosaurus wisely staying in front. He's got to have his finger hovering on that shield button. Keep yourself between the rest of the team and Chop Suey at all times.
Yeah, Ace was actually a little far forward there. If Chop Suey had pulled the trigger on the ultimate, he might have been able to force out a flash.
Okay, they're falling back enough. They should just fall all the way back here. Get out.
Yeah,
Sivir all to
there's
get away.
another defensive on the hunt.
Okay, that's a good play there. Hopefully Gregosaurus doesn't go too far forward. Looks like they're turning around, actually. Just wanted to get that next minion wave. Here goes Chop Suey.
Goes in. They do force out the flash with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. What an ult from Gregosaurus. Completely stops any reinforcements for Chop Suey, but he limps away with no health. They kidnap SMG Sniper. Both supports are gone. Stelio Cantos now gets a 2-man apprehend, and the heals from the Decimate are enormous. In goes Alonzi Tardis. He takes down Gotta Get Lucky. Envy the Serpent in the background. He is dueling against Fat Jackal. What a fight from Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Clean ace, huge death timers. This could be an inhibitor, and they're also teleporting bot. Could be 2.
That was an amazing series of ultimates from Phoenix. You had the massive ultimate from Braum. You had the wall from Azir, just giving them the one bit of separation they needed to start getting picks off. Great play.
Unbelievable fight. I said on the podcast, I know you don't watch it, Kenos, but I said on the podcast this week that I think Phoenix is the best team fighting team in the LCUS, and we've seen them prove it a couple times this series already.
All right, they're not going to get too much more here out of this push, though. They may just barely get this inhibitor. Lofi, you got to fall back now.
Teleport behind him, though. Blitzkrieg, they're not ready to surrender. Alonzi Tardis and Envy the Serpent, yeah, I think they are going to be in a lot of trouble. Should just split up. One of you just get out. Yeah, Alonzi Tardis is just going to leave his Sivir.
I don't agree with that choice, but I think that's just how the split worked for him. Come on, Alonzi, what kind of tank are you that you let your ADC die? Come on.
Well, I don't think there was any way that both of them were getting out there. So.
Oh, of course not. But you know, as a Shen player, you sacrifice yourself. Gregosaurus might be in a little bit of trouble here. That speed boost giving him all he needs. Ace, you got to get out of there, and he does.
Yeah.
That mobility from Azir is insane.
Yeah, very, very fun champion to play and watch. Blitzkrieg, they only get 1 kill off the back of that. They will get a Mountain Break. It's a consolation prize.
That was a very cute pull attempt there by Stelio. I like that quite a lot. Alright, but Stelio's now getting that armor. Armor that he was lacking before, so this will now help him survive, no question.
Yeah, Envy the Serpent, though, he also opted into the armor penetration very early with Immortal Reminder, which not only will cut through that armor, but also reduce the heal from the Decimate. So, good itemization choices from the Phoenix AD carry.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna have to see how this next couple of minutes plays out. It's been really tough for Phoenix, but I think they've got the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, Phoenix, a series of big plays. I mean, the picks initially, then getting that Baron were huge, but to win that team fight from the position they were in, I feel like you saw at least 3 members pull off some big clutch ultimates.
Alright, we got Ace setting up the turret. Good place to fall back on. Jackalope steals. That's probably not the ultimate you want in this situation there. I'm not sure how much Yorick's ult is going to help you here.
Yeah, this is brilliant meta play from Team Phoenix right now. They know they have super minions pinching on both the top and bottom side. Set up camp in the mid lane. Wait for someone to have to go clear. Yeah, they'll probably try to push in behind this wave. Just get a few auto attacks down. Actually, though, Alonzi Tardis is threatening to go in. He does. I'm really surprised that Phoenix pulled the trigger that quickly, but they are just melting SMG Sniper. Stelio Cantos, can he stay alive? No. He is also gone under the turret. Ace is going to drop, though. Gotta get lucky. Gets hit by the Ricochet. It's 4 gone. Super minions pushing in the bot side. This is going to be Phoenix. Big time comeback. A 2-0.
Yeah, that looks like it will be. 30 seconds left on those death timers. The insane damage of Azir really helped with that huge team fight that they did there. Blue turret itself.
Yeah, the Sivir and Azir. We were wondering, could they cut through the Darius? We have our answer. And Team Phoenix, they are going to swashbuckle their way through a tricky game 2.
Yep.
And points for week 3.
Amazing comeback there from Phoenix. You can't really say enough about how incredible that play was, especially that team fight in the top lane. Gonna say right now, if that team fight is not #1 on our replays this week, then either we're gonna have a lot of really good games today, or someone dropped the ball.
Well, it's if I'm not mistaken, it's Alonzi Tardis who puts the video together, so might even have a little extra bias for that play going forward.
Slackosaurus says that he'll donate when he's back from grocery shopping.
Sounds good.
Man, amazing game too. Absolutely incredible. Damage all over the place for everybody. Um, Ace actually third place on damage on his team, which is a rarity.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised by that Luffy Senpai damage. Nice job staying in the game despite starting 0 and 5.
Yeah, I mean Yorick's damage is absolutely insane once it actually comes to comes to fruition there.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like we have an interview with Ace, so let's hop over there. Ace, welcome.
Woo.
Congratulations on that game too.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was hype.
Very intense.
You didn't realize there were 1,000 bits on the line, but
There were there were 1,000 bits on the line.
yes,
What?
one of our newest viewers, Slackosaurus Rex, said that if you guys came back, he'd donate 1,000 bits.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, game one went really smoothly for you guys. What was the thought process when you guys were falling so far behind game two?
We just need to keep our heads in the game. It's really easy to just keep trying to make a play and just keep dying when they're ahead of you. So you just have to like spread out, get the power points from their team away from each other, and then hopefully be able to get a pick of your own.
Yeah, especially with Stelio Cantos being as powerful as he was there. You guys did not really have any, I'm going to say, ability to really disable him that well. I mean, obviously you had a couple of ultimates that could pause him for a few seconds, but were you guys just trying to kind of stay away from him for a while there?
Yeah, we were trying to stay away from him and Fat Jack on Silas because both of them are huge. Even the Sedge was huge. There was bounties on I think everyone on their team.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I am of the opinion for you guys, Ace, that you guys are the best team fighting team in the LCUS. Do you feel that way?
I think all of the teams I've been on have been pretty good at team fighting. There's a lot of someone on our team always just ends up yelling what to do the whole time, and normally it's peel for the AD carry. So we tried to get team fights pretty good there.
Yeah, it really did seem like that Sivir was doing a lot of work for you guys. Do you feel like you guys are at a disadvantage and Gregosaurus doesn't have Thresh?
No, no, we have some surprise picks, but it's always difficult because playing versus is Thresh. You want to try to prevent him from being able, or Thresh from being able to do anything. So we tend to fall back more on safe picks rather than going for the more aggressive things like what Gregosaurus is really good on. And we're probably going to change that up the next time that there's a Thresh.
Gregosaurus says he feels like he's at a disadvantage when he doesn't have Thresh in the chat. So, last question for me then. You're talking about different unknown picks. You went with Azir, which I believe was the first time we've seen you on Azir in the LCUS.
Hmm.
And then, of course, you had that surprise mid lane against Jackalope. What kind of thought process did you have going in there? Because I imagine it's not a matchup you've ever really played.
No, I can't. I think I've played versus Silas like 3 times total, and definitely never when I was playing Azir. I was pretty confident on it early game, and getting that early kill on Silas was good, but I just had no idea how much burst damage he had later, and he just kept rolling all over me. The rest of the game after that.
All right.
And then we talked a ton about game two. I just want to tap your brain quick for game one. It seemed like a very methodical, I called it a slow bleed kind of game. For those situations, who is the one calling about rotations, and do you prefer to win in that way?
Um, I wish that we'd be able to just end it as soon as we get like the first inhib. It's just with how valuable 2 O's are in the LCUS, you really want to make sure that you don't end up throwing anything. So we just try to rotate and get everything so that there's less of a chance that we can throw. Though the shot calling will remain a secret. Sorry.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, congratulations. Very exciting game, too. And hope to see more of that next week.
All right. Thanks.
All right. And so with that, we'll be heading into set number 2, White Wolf versus Northern Storm. Jeff will be leaving us. Any closing thoughts here, Jeff?
Oh, I'm so excited to eat. But other than that, awesome comeback from Phoenix game two. Game one, as we said, sort of a standard win, but game two, maybe maybe one of the most exciting games I have personally had the pleasure of casting. So thanks, Phoenix and Blitzkrieg, for that pleasure. It was awesome.
All right, well, Jeff goes off to eat some Sivir mushroom spinach pizza. The rest of us will be moving into game 2 in 1 second. Don't go anywhere.